Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a new deck tech video. Today I'll be talking about a deck that many people were requesting me to make a deck tech about. Well, it's not just one of them, it's like the most requested deck. It's one of Zetalot's priest. Zetalot is being famous and known for being one of the best priest players and deck innovators and creators. This is not this is probably his latest priest version. Like, he made other priest decks before that which were really good, and they were also like after Nextromas. I'm covering this deck which is called, I think, Zetalot Madness. I think it's the official name, and I'm going over the deck list. He plays double circling of healing, and this is like pretty standard which you play in a lot of priest decks just for the AoE clear. It's like a flame strike in turn 4 with the Auchenai Soul Priest, which is really strong as a board clear. Probably like the best board clear in the game, but the downside is that you require a 2-card combo for it. Double powered shield, the card replaces itself. It's like super efficient. You draw a card for it and you basically give 2 health to a minion for free. It's very good in the early game control wars where you trade like your Undertakers and your Zombie Chows with the opponent's Zombie Chows and Undertakers most of the time. And then you have more health on your minions and you can use your hero power to heal them back up, so it's very efficient. The double Northshire Claret, it's very good against Hunter, especially because there's still a lot of Hunters being played on the ladder, so it trades with all the small stuff, the Hounded Creepers, the Web Spinners, sometimes Undertaker, yeah, the small stuff, and you can use the hero power to get additional card draw, which is very awesome. The Undertaker, it's a very early aggressive deck. This deck is played like a zoo deck. Yeah, you trade efficiently with the opponent's board, and yeah, you go for face with a heavy board. This deck is a little bit weak against control decks because you play only one Shadow of Death and you have no mind control, for example, no faceless. You lack a lot of late game. Your late game win conditions are Cairn and Sylvanas. So you have to establish an early game board control to win with this deck. You have the Zombie Chows. I think Priest is the strongest deck with Zombie Chow because you have the synergy with the Auchenai Soul Priest. If you use the Auchenai Soul Priest with the Zombie Chows, you deal 5 damage to your opponent instead of healing him. Sometimes it's a crazy combo with the Cycle of Healing and you have 2 Zombie Chows out and it's like already 10 damage to your opponent. It buffs the Undertaker, which is very nice. Probably the strongest start in the game right now, the Undertaker plus Zombie Chow. It gets out of control very quickly. After like only 3 deathrattle minions, you have already a Yeti on the board for 1 mana. It's pretty crazy. And most of the time you can't waste a silence for the Undertaker. So if this card survives 1 or 2 turns, it's almost like already a win. The Luthor, the deathrattle minion, you want to play deathrattle minions and card draw because yeah, you want to buff the Undertaker, and as a priest you don't have many card draw abilities, so besides the cleric. And most of the time you will use the Circle of Healing as a board clear. So you will not have that much card draw. So the Luthor has very nice synergy with the Priest. And Luthor is also a very good card against Hunter because Hunter can't... There's not many Hunter who play Boar in the first place. So there's no really efficient way, and no arcane shot. So there's no efficient way besides the Hounds later on to clear this minion. 1 Shadow of Death, it's very important. I would consider play 2. Like, it's no mistake to play 2 in my opinion, because there's just... If you face a control deck, he will have several big targets, especially when you face Handlock. He will have several big targets you can kill with Shadow of Death. Double Fort Steel, it's very good against control matchups because, yeah, this is the... If it goes to Fatigue War, Priest should win in general because he gets the higher card amount, base card amount, just because of the Fort Steel. If you get good minions, if you get big minions from your opponent, like finisher cards even, again, if you play against Control Warrior and you get an Isera, for example, it's like almost automatically wins you the game just because you have more big creatures, and yeah, you have your opponent's big creatures and he has to deal with them. Dark Cult is just a phenomenal card, one of the best deathrattle minions for 3 mana. The best deathrattle minion for 3 mana. It's better than a Harvest Golem. Yeah, it buffs your other big minion, small minions. It has very nice synergy, especially with the powered shield. Like, I faced against Zetalot Priest once, and he had like a 3/8 Undertaker, and I played Druid, and there was just no way to deal with it. If you don't throw your silence, like, then there's just no way to deal with it. And it's sometimes funny to see. So you have the Dark Cultist, very nice synergy. Same with the Injured Blade Master. That's why you don't play a Harvest Golem. You have already too many free drops. The Injured Blade Master plus the Sequel Feeling is still one of the best openers. It's a 4/7 that can't be silenced. It's just very strong. If it gets later on Argus, it's just something your opponent has to deal with. It's very strong, deals very efficiently, and can be buffed by the Dark Cultist even further. The Arcanite Sword Priest, as mentioned earlier, the combo with the Zombie Chows and the board clear, very strong card. Especially because it's like it's played like a aggressive zoo deck most of the time. So yeah, you can turn your hero power into dealing 2 damage per turn, which is pretty good. Also for bot control, and yeah, it has Sentient stats, so the card itself, without any of the effects, is pretty decent as well. It's just slightly weaker Yeti. Baron Ruin there, the MVP of this deck. You will see that you will get like a lot of value out of this card. If you get a Baron Ruin there with the Dark Cultist Death Rattle effect, then good luck dealing with your board. The Argus, you really want to play taunts. You don't have many 4-drops in this deck. With the Arcanine, most of the time you don't use it as a normal 4-drop. Yeah, giving taunts to your minions, giving more stats to your minions, it's just awesome most of the time, especially against Hunter. This is a good card. On top of the Sludge Belchers. Sometimes the Sludge Belchers are not enough. You trade efficiently, yeah. You also play Argus in the Zoo deck. It's a very strong card. So you don't have slots to play more than one. You also only play 1 Holy Nova. It's just too many cards you want to play in this deck. 1 Holy Nova, it trades, yeah, you can trade your board efficiently, you heal your minions, you deal damage to your opponent minions. It's a nice board clear against Hunter as well. It's a good card. Too bad you can't play 2 copies, just because Sludge Belcher is too strong. It's like too strong. It's a Death Rattle minion, you can buff your Undertaker. It's one of the best taunts in who am I kidding? It's the best taunt in the game. And it's just an awesome card. You have to play 2 copies. Cabal Shadow Priest, yeah, this card will win you the games against other mid-rangey decks and early aggression decks, because you just steal your opponent's Harvest Golem. It's just insanely strong. So yeah, this card is awesome. It fits also perfect in the curve. And Cairn and Sylvanas, just the 2 strongest control cards in the game. Cost both 6 mana. Sylvanas was buffed, so yeah, it's just a very good card. Sometimes you can use Sylvanas as counter to Cairn as well. It's just a very strong card overall. It's a good, nice synergy. Sometimes you Shadow Death your own Sylvanas and steal your opponent's minion. Yeah, it's a very strong deck overall. I will show you some games, and yeah, of course I like this deck. Priest is one of my favorite classes, and of course I'm interested to see how other people build priests. And yeah, Zetalot is a very good priest player. You should definitely check him out and show you some games.